and welcome to my hospitality blog, Volume 1. Every time we do these videos, we're going to try and take a different aspect of the hospitality world and try and get behind the scenes a little bit, try and teach you a little bit, try and show you things that you never thought of before, make you think a little bit. Like a blog, but on video. So, this is number 1. Today we're going to do coffee shops. Everybody seems to think a coffee shop is a great idea to make money. Every city in the world has coffee shops on every single corner. You get the big brands, you get your Costa Coffee, you get your Starbucks. Everybody knows these brands. The coffee culture is not about that. Your coffee business should never be about that. You make your customers queue, you make them line up, you put their name on a cup, they hang around, you shout their name, they turn up to the counter, they take their expensive coffee. What's it all about? So let's start with different versions of coffee shop that you can actually have. I'm sitting right now outside one in Estonia, which is actually a modern interpretation of the corner coffee shop. Back in the days, coffee shops were on corners in Italy and main parts of Europe, where people could actually sit, have a coffee before work, after work, on the way home. It was exciting. It was fun. This is where you discuss the politics of the day, you discuss the news of the day. These places are becoming less and less and less. But if you're thinking of opening a coffee shop, think about the location and where your customers are. Where I'm sitting today is probably about 20 minutes walk from the center of town. To my right, you have another coffee shop about 200 meters down the road. Totally different. The one down the road is very locally orientated, local styles of pastries, local styles of breads, a little more heavy. Where the one I'm sitting out front of now, they have a kitchen right behind. They obviously do production for other places and they sell things outside of the coffee shop. What's nice about this place is it's quite a small, you have a little space outside where I'm sitting now, lots of greenery. It's open from 8 in the morning until 11 at night. They serve alcohol, they serve coffee, they serve macaroons, they serve food. But if you're looking to open a cafe, think about this model. It's clean, it's vibrant, it's new. The owner has also got cookbooks out. It's a nice place to sit. As I said, there's no offices around here. It's purely residential. But it's on a free fare, and there's a car park next door, but it's on a free fare to and from offices. The most people that come in here usually are people from the local neighborhood. They like to sit, they meet up on a Sunday morning, they have a coffee, they grab takeaways. It's a very nice place. So option 1 is the corner house, modern version of an old style coffee shop. We moved on now to a second type of coffee shop. It's nearly in the old town centre of Tallinn. I'll take you outside and let you have a look in a minute. The best part about this style of coffee shop is based purely and simply on a great product. Again, if you're looking to go into the coffee shop business, this one only has maybe 12 to 14 seats each side and 2 outside on possibly the main pedestrian walking area in the whole city. But it's not their main business. Their main business is producing great products, which they sell in supermarkets, they sell to restaurants, they supply hotels. But it's that front-facing brand recognition that you actually need. And obviously they use decent brands in there. As we go back to coffee, this is a main Illy outlet. Coffee does obviously play an important part, but not as important as people make out. Coffee over the last few years, they've tried to make it like wine. They've tried to make it into a gourmet industry, where 99% of your customers do not want or understand the difference. Good coffee is good coffee. Price is always a factor. Again, not a Starbucks, not a Costa Coffee. Great product, great pastries, pretty decent coffee. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy it, so enjoy. And then another factor to consider when you're looking for a location is transportation links. Everybody forgets that transportation brings people to your business, takes them away from your business. You get on the tram line, you get on a bus line, you get somewhere where people actually get on and get off, to go to work, to go to office, to go shopping. That's where you want your business to be, smack in the middle. Where the lines cross, where the car parks are, where the trams are, that's where you want to be. Make money with location. We've actually moved on now to a different style of coffee shop. This is all about the product. This is the type of shop that is just purely about coffee. This is Gourmet Coffee. It actually had a smaller shop on the other side of town where they actually roast their own beans, bring them in raw from all around the world, roast them, grade them, and sell them through their own shop. They then expanded into other businesses, expanded the shop out the back, added a little restaurant to it, and now they have this shop which I'm sitting in now, which is on the other side of town, nearer the business district. They've actually moved their roastery out of the city because they've got so busy producing for other people that they needed more space. As you can see in the shop, they will sell you everything, the pots, the coffee, the grinders. As you can hear one going off in the background now. You can actually come in here, buy your beans, grind, they will grind them. You know, if you're going to use it for a cafetiere, you can use it for espresso, different kinds of machine. They will actually do that for you here in the shop. The coffee that you'll see on the screen now, this is an amazing coffee I tried. €8 for a coffee. The thing is, it's a little pot down the bottom. The water gets heated up. The pressure and the steam takes it into the top canister. The top canister will fill with water. Coffee is weighed, ground, put back into the top vessel, stirred around and timed. When the timing is complete, the flame is moved away, and then as the two pressures equalize and the bottom container cools down, the coffee is drawn down through a filter into the bottom. It's very unique, as in no direct heat touches the coffee, and the coffee doesn't go above a certain temperature, so it never burns. Because of this process, you actually cut down on the acid, you never get that burn taste, and the coffee is absolutely amazing. €8, definitely worth it. In the shop they also have a tasting table, and from time to time they will bring in different roasts, like customers try it, the staff try, do some training. And it gets quite noisy and quite boisterous in here. But if you want to build a business that's purely about the bean and the coffee, educating people, trying new things, this is what you need to open. Go in, it's an expensive business, but you go in from raw, bring in the beans, you control the whole process. From when you actually roast it, how long you roast it, how you grind it, how you sell it, how you're packaging it, how you sell it to the public as well as sell to other businesses. Model number 3, different, but you control the product from A to Z. Great place, great coffee. You should try it if you're ever in Tallinn. Then there's another option that people don't talk about. That's your kiosk or your coffee cart. For a small investment and the right location, you can actually make a lot of money on coffee. I just took this one, sitting in the park, relaxing, nice summer's day. The place I got this from Coffee, and they have about 6 or 7 locations around town. They're pretty static. They're all outside supermarkets in places where people pass. Again, as we said, location matters, footfall matters. You walk past, you grab a coffee on the way to work, just like I am now. Beautiful day, sitting out in the park, hanging out with my friend over here, just chilling. €2 every single customer, static location, pretty good. Get a coffee cart, you can move where the customers go. Go to the parks on hot days, serve cold drinks. Go outside theatres, go outside music festivals, whenever there's something going on in town, check it out, watch it on Instagram, see what's coming on Facebook. Get a coffee cart, get a coffee van, turn up right outside. Remember, take your product to your customer. Nice. One thing most people don't consider is the design of the coffee shop. Does your coffee shop actually add to the building that it's in? Do you design around what's already there, or do you want to put a modern facility inside an ancient building? The cafe behind me, I've just put a couple of videos into this segment, actually uses the building they have in a very remarkable way. They've kept the old stonework, they've kept the old ceiling, they've added bits and pieces, but the furniture, the ambience, the product itself actually matches the building it's in. Quality of the coffee and tea, debatable. But always remember, when you're designing, remember to actually fit the environment you're in. Look at the streets. Are you adding to it? Are you taking away from it? Are you becoming part of it? Is your design part of the aesthetic of the street? Or are you a blight? Are you a spot on the face of that street? Do you stand out? Do you blend in? You don't want to blend in so that people don't notice you, but you want to blend in and respect the building which you are inhabiting. The one behind me has probably been here, the building, about 300-400 years. They're actually using it in a way that to bring people in, but keeping the building in the way, the plaster, the wood, the nails, the things I've actually used inside all add to that 400 years of history. Last stop, we're going to go to the oldest coffee shop in town, give you a real idea about how you can keep the history of a building and create something nice for the modern customer. Right, the next place we've come to, this is a coffee shop in the middle of town in Tallinn. As you see by the outside shops, this building has been here for 400 or 500 years. The last 151 years, it's been a coffee shop. This building has probably seen many invasions. The Germans have invaded, the Russians have come. There's even a story that the independence of Estonia was actually discussed in this coffee shop before it actually happened. You know, this street is amazing. It's a mainly pedestrian street. If you're lucky enough to actually get involved with a restaurant or a coffee shop like this, you have to remember the history of the building. There's no good in ripping this out, as you see by the decoration inside. It's lots of wood, it's lots of authenticity. What they've done is try to keep the original features as much as possible. Obviously you modernize the behind the scenes facilities, but you need to keep the history of the building you're in. This is actually what I really like about this place, is it's got a little marzipan room off to the side, where they've been making marzipan here for generations. Actually now we just moved to the other side of the shop. This is the Marzipan Shop that I told you about. It's an amazing little place. This lady behind me, Helly, has been here for 10 years. Amazing designs. They even make this one. This was for the Olympic Games back in the 80s. You see that one? But again, as I said, having a coffee shop is one thing, but then you've got to add something else that brings people into your shop. This is unique, especially in a city like Tallinn. But you've got to find something above and beyond coffee that actually brings people in your door. When they're in your door, that's when you can sell them. Okay, so I've showed you 5 or 6 different types of coffee shop. 2 important questions we haven't addressed yet, but these last points. What sort of products are you going to serve? Are you going eco? Are you going to buy only sustainable products? Are you going to make sure all the coffee you serve is fair trade? These ethical questions will also add value to your business. People forget it till the last minute, but think about it before you go into it. What is the message of your coffee shop? Healthy eating? Are you going to be good for the environment? Or are you going to just destroy everything? Lots of plastic, lots of styrofoam. Let's just try and get these out. And the last thing, behind me is a city, maybe 400,000 people. They have operating today 300 coffee shops. That's 12.5 to 14,000 seats that have got to be filled every 30 minutes from 8 in the morning till 11 at night. Yes, there's ports here, yes, there's cruise ships here, but what is going to make people walk in your door? 15,000 seats every 30 minutes. Work that out, 7 days a week, 360 days a year. Well, that's vlog number 1, coffee shops. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm Robin Hawksworth. I'd like to hear your questions or comments. Please leave them below. Or on the screen now is my Twitter account. Hit me up, ask me questions. As this progresses and we get more people involved, maybe we'll do a question and answer shop. This is vlog number 1. I'm Robin Hawksworth. Thank you very much for watching.